What does that mean? I've been learning, grabbing my context, leaving my burdens. What about you with me? I'm not perfect. Looking at the view like this concerns me. Looking at the cues like I'm quite nervous. Even when I lose sight, life gets blurry. Things might hurt me. It's probably gonna be a long journey, y'all. It's worth it, y'all. It's so wild out there. Kids grab your car. It's been a minute, I know now. Back to wrong. Looking for the antidote. Crack the code. Pretty sure I got it. I'm maximum. Pretty can tell me, but I can't be done. Fucking calling me. I'm like, cracking up. Cracking jokes. Looking for the money to hold. We're making a whole lot of changes. Well, the song about that, you should play it. I get scared when I walk in these stages. I look at the crowd and see so many faces. That's when I start to get anxious. That's when my thoughts can be dangerous. That's when I put on my makeup and drown in some place to forget what I'm saying. And here we go.
Morning. Welcome back. Thanks for joining again. Small board today. Got a lot of stuff popping on the exchanges. Don't love, meaning we gotta look a little deeper. Oh yeah, I see you, Mr. Williams. Yeah, this is DeGrom under 15.5 outs. Why? Nationals have not been good. Wow. He's been under in 6 straight. What's going on with DeGrom? Those who just joining, this is popping as an EV play. I don't like this at first thought. I mean, the line movement is going the other way, so it's going to the over. So I'm just going to look real quick and see what the over is. I feel like this is a nice bounce back for DeGrom against the Nationals team who's not hitting well. Wow, that's pretty good odds for a pitcher like DeGrom to pitch into the 6th. So let's check regression stats. Pitching worse than his ERA is, and his fielder independent is even better, meaning his fielding's struggling a little bit for him, giving up a little bit more home runs. See his recent game log and stuff. So this is a new ad for me, but I'm trying to save time in my research and get more accurate. Using AI a little bit. ChatGPT will tell me how he's been doing, trending. Steph Plus supports the workload, that's what I figured. He's very consistent. Yeah, what's going on here? 50, 88, 90, 90, 90. All right, so I talked about this last week. I will find the opposite play sometimes. I really don't like this at all. The line movement is moving against the under, meaning people are betting on the over, and that doesn't mean it won't bounce back. Yeah, Nationals won yesterday, but I mean, it's a single data point. Let me just double check that the Nationals aren't like streaking right now. They were not hitting well for a while. They lost 4 in a row before that. 3 to the Mets, 2 to the Cubs, who were solid. I mean, they scored 6, 0, 3, 4, 1. They did hit well against the Cubbies. But all of this points to a DeGrom bounce back. Okay, let's see. Angels, not tough. White Sox, solid. Seattle is awful right now, and he pitched pretty well against them. Astros are a good hitting team. Baltimore can go either way. I don't remember what happened here, but I'm gonna at these odds. I think this should be cheaper. So not a plus EV play. I'm gonna go 0.7 units because it's not a super confident play. But I think DeGrom can get 6 full innings pretty easily. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that to start. I'm gonna go ahead and hide this. If you're using Smart Stake, take the opposite, or just don't like a play. Make sure you hide it so it doesn't keep popping up. All right, so a lot of Novig, a lot of Profit X. So with exchanges, I'm usually looking deeper into what's going on. Grayson Rodriguez sucks. Anybody who knows me knows I fade him almost every time. And under 4.5 Ks being positive is almost an immediate take. 3.7 is the projection. Let's just look at his stats real quick if you haven't seen Grayson. Morning Rebel. DeGrom been terrible. I agree. But I like to bounce back. Cleveland Rocks, thank you for joining, my dude. 7.17 ERA with an expected at 6.4. So, a little positive regression coming his way. 250 average against the. I'm not going to look more into this because I hate Grayson Rodriguez. I'm just going to play this. We can look at line movement real quick. It's moving against this. Why? He's not a good player. Stuff is fairly average. Now I'm just figuring, do I go recommended 0.6 or do I go a full unit here? Yeah, obviously he's not good. Stuff's falling apart. I mean, this could be like Brandon Fap yesterday where I went 8 Ks, but fair odds at minus 122 per chat GPT. 103 here. We'll go 0.7 again, just because something smells fishy here. I wouldn't blame you if you go a full unit here. I don't like this guy at all. He's just not that good of a pitcher, but he does get swing and miss stuff. But like that, he just gets shelled. I don't know how he misses bats. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But I'm willing to take that risk. He's had 6-6 against the Astros this year. Some people will say that's a good thing, and he's going to do it again. I'm going to play the odds of him going the opposite way there. So like that one. And if anybody's got any reads, looks they want me to look into, just throw them in the chat. I'll look at them. I'm just going to go through this for a while, and then we're going to look at the up 2 token on DraftKings. We've been doing pretty good with those outside of Braves the last couple of days, so I'm not touching the Braves until they figure their shit out. DeGrom under 6.5. Let's just look at some WNBAs to clear these out of here, whether we like them or not. So with these, I don't watch WNBA. I'm not doing advanced research here. All I'm doing is looking at line movement. So lately, if you look at like the last hour, that's still pretty flat. Last 3 hours, it's slightly moving towards the under here, but Novig, a sharp is either getting way out ahead of this and trying to catch it before this line moves and make sure people take their liquidity. That's just a big gap at a 7.5. I don't think I'm going to go this full amount, but a half unit here I think is worth a play. It's not moving a ton yet, so I'm either taking the bait for a sharp. I took Grayson 0.7 units under 4.5 Ks at plus 111. But half a unit here is worth it, just at 30 cents over market value. All right, we got a Lambert under 2.5. I like that right away without looking at it. Lambert's been pitching great. 1.8 for Ballpark Pal. Just confirm the assumptions, but I look at him almost every single week and play his strikeout over, which we should look at the same time. 5.7 against the Angels, who love just swinging out of their ass. What's going on here? Here we go. So pitching great, right in line. Due to give up a couple more home runs, but I'm not really concerned that the Angels are the ones to do that for him. Let's take a look at his recent game log and how he's trending. You know, I do this not only to see if there's any trends recently with how somebody's pitching, but, you know, pitchers fade in the second half of the year. Typically older pitchers, not necessarily a Lambert who's kind of in his prime. But it's always good to see if somebody's arm strength is fading and velocity's going down. Under 2.5 earned runs, and what is the strikeout line at? Guess is 5.5. Let's see what the odds are. Internet's going a little slow here. Over 5.5 plus odds in Novig. Okay. I'm probably going to take that. And earned runs under 2.5 is plus odds in Novig. Man. I like both of these reads. I mean, we're seeing Profit X is down at minus 117. It's not like a great value play there. And just check how he's done against the Angels. 2 earned runs. 184. Small sample size, so I'm not putting a ton of stake into that. But 184 is pretty solid. He struck out a good amount of batters. 37%. Angels hit 233 against lefties. 239 or 29%. Okay. These are great. So we're gonna take both of these. Great call out. Sounds like I'm driving on a bridge. Turn my heater off. My basement's freezing from our AC. Does that sound any better? Can turn the music off too. I don't know if the music is tweaking it out. All right, so we're making 2 bets here. Strikeouts over. 6, 3, 8, 6, 3, 10. I'm going full unit on both of these. I love Lambert, love the read. So full unit on his strikeouts over and earned runs allowed. You know, we may split here if he gets shelled but still whiffs. We could lose 2 units here, but like I said, I love Lambert. Love fading the Angels. They're just not good. So good call out there. A unit over 5.5 Ks at plus money or even money, and then under 2.5 earned runs. Let me know if that sounds better, Rebel. If not, I am going right back to my heater because it's cold. I already looked at McGreevy over 17.5 outs. This one doesn't make sense to me. I don't like him either. I don't think he's that good of a pitcher. The lines are pretty flat. We have a 5 projection, which is way under. I'll just look at this again and talk through how I'm looking at it. So he's due for some bad regression. Like a 2 delta here is crazy, and that it's going to happen sooner rather than later. You know, like he has no movement on his pitches. Good location, that's above average, approaching elite territory, but 81 is severely below average. That means his stuff just doesn't move. Let's see how it's trending. This is another one where I might just go to the under. Okay, I'm freezing already. I'm turning that back on. I'm going to pull up this game while we're waiting for that to load. Oh, it's first game of the day too, so we could get an early morning bet here. Look at this, Caesars. You don't usually find good value on Caesars. Well, it's just Fanatics that's hanging a bad line, I guess. No data available. There we go. All right. Let's see. What is going on here? ChatGPT says play. McGreevy under 17.5 outs. So while that thinks, let me just show you his game log here. So he hit it there. We would cover, we would cover, we would cover. Then he had 4 straight, but you know, back to back against the D-backs. Milwaukee, that's a good game. Braves, that's a good game. I guess he does kind of pitch deep just because of his location and control. Reds have only hit 100 off of him. Major under signal for his stuff. Betting against the command first. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. B. So, you know, once in a while, I go with more gut feel. I try to go data-based, market-based. This is just screaming to me that we got to play this. So I won't go full unit because not a lot of things are supporting it right now, except my brain telling me that I want to fade him today. So 0.6 units to win half unit here. I don't like him. Reds aren't great or an imposing lineup, but yeah, they haven't been doing well either. So you're good to skip this one if you don't like it or agree with it. By all means, take the over if you want the value here, but I lean under. So it's either a pass or go the under. Bradish under 5.5 Ks. 4.7. Good start. Yankees are terrible. Look at that. Struck out 11.7 times a game in their last 3, 14 times yesterday. 191 career against the Yankees, 68 at bats, pretty good sample size. He strikes them out a lot. 41%. This is screaming over. Little negative regression there, not enough to make me do much. Absolutely average stuff in location. Let's see where he's trending. And let's see what this line is set at. thanks, Rebel. Unders plus odds. I mean, this is priced appropriately, in my opinion. If you got a feeling, you could check it out. What we can do. Baseball. I'll use the screen a ton. I want to see the line movement, but I don't know if I can here. It doesn't look like it can. Yeah, this is when I'd want to see the line movement to see where it's going. It looks like most books are shading the over. You know, Fanatics, not too sharp in my opinion, has the best price. The over, this one to me, I'm not playing the under. I'd consider putting British over 5.5 in, you know, a parlay, especially if you have boosted Fanatics. You have decent odds on Caesars right now. I use the score, pretty good odds there. Novigs at 135. Somebody thinks the under is a good play, but I don't like either side enough. If the over was juicier, if this starts to move towards the under, I might play a little bit on the over. Everything tells me the over is the right play here, but British isn't a guy I love betting on, so I'm just going to pass on that for now. Ooh, we got a good value here on Diamond. Okay, weird trend there. Looks like it's moving slightly in this favor, but this looks like a bad line being hung by the score. So again, I know nothing about WNBA. Minus infinity. That's interesting. This could just be a fluke here. Ooh, I got to use a 50% boost. Is this going to work? Over 3.5. I think this is just a broken line. I'm in Miller, 4.5. Oh, it is even. I'm going full unit. That's just it. Something looks off here. This will happen with books. I did this on DraftKings 2 days ago and sent it to a buddy to use a free bet. And I think we cashed at like plus 186. And it immediately dropped like 20, 30 cents. So even though it's moving against us, that it's still 30 cents off market. Seems like a fat finger by somebody over there at the score. Well, it's Novig too, so I might have just taken a sucker bet, but still, that's killer value right now, even if I get a little bit of negative CLV. All right, we got about 20 minutes left. We can come back to here, but I want to look at the up 2 on DK. All right, first thing, I'm looking for road dogs. That's the best way to do this. They get 9 at bats. They get to bat first. And we're looking for high totals. Don't trust Seattle whatsoever. So I don't love that at first look. This is Bieber pitching, I believe. Don't love that. This is terrible. A's cashed yesterday. We have Jump and Dobnak. Grant Holmes and Anthony K. It's hard to go back to the Braves after what they've been doing to me. I didn't even pay attention to them yesterday, so I don't know if they ended up winning or getting swept. They got swept by Minnesota. They are struggling right now. We hit the White Sox up 2 yesterday in the Discord. That was a nice one. We also smashed the Yankees. But I'm not going against Bradish after what we just saw there. Lambert we like. DeGrom I'm not going against. We have Kirby and Gasser. I like Gasser a lot. Pretty much eliminating all of those. I think we should look at the A's and Dobnik pitching. Bieber against Seymour. Love Seymour. I've been crushing his over Ks, but Toronto doesn't strike out much. Who's up for guard? Is it Gavin? Yeah, it is Gavin. Okay, definitely not playing that. And McGreevy and Singer. Oh, man. The up twos are not attractive today. It's probably why they gave it out to everybody. Well, it might be the Braves. Let's see how Anthony K has been. Anybody else hate ESPN's search function? It's like so bad. 2 against the Guardians, 3 against the Tigers, 2, 2, 2, 3. He gives up runs. Well, Ballpark Pal has him and Jump giving up the most runs. This is surprising. Jump is nasty stuff. So the Royals, who just aren't a good hitting team. Braves hit 243 against lefties. 12th best in the league. Okay, face them. Very, very small sample, not worth considering. I think it's the Braves. I don't think we need to overthink this. I think while they're slumping, they got to get back on track at some point. We could look at the Mariners just for the value. I mean, Gasser strikes out a decent amount, but he has not been pitching great. He's never faced the Mariners. Mariners are dead last against lefties. We're not touching the Mariners. I would just stay away. It's only before 2:15. That's probably Eastern time too. Oh, Braves counting that, so it excludes the Yankees, and I wouldn't touch the other two, so that's fine. So it's really the A's. And if we trust Jump, if this guy is as good as he's pitching. Cool, look at that. 173 looks great on the surface. 4.56 expected. Not giving up as many home runs as he should. He's leaving 90% of batters on base. So, yeah, his fielding is helping, and maybe he's been a little clutch, but his lifetime is way lower. So that's going to catch up to him at some point. He's got no stuff. He's just got good location. Was good, really good for a couple of games in a row, and dropped against the Angels. His pitching plus is dropping. Ooh. Let's check Jump, see if Jump can have a good game here. Royals hit lefties pretty well. Gage is a lefty, pitching kind of right in line. So I think the A's lost yesterday, but they did win the up two in the first inning. I think it was Lugo pitching, which was a good fade. I saw Pete Allen actually played that. I didn't use the token, which I should have, but they went up two. They ended up losing the game. Lugo sucks. Springs is not good, but he held them in check before their bullpen exploded. Jump's kind of been all over the place. Let's see if he's faced the Royals. Royals don't strike out a bunch, so it's not an auto hit for me on his over like it normally is. He's never faced the Royals, so that could give him a little bump. If we want to look at what his strikeout line is while we're here. Yeah, super juiced here. It's actually decent value on under 4.5. Just betting on the Royals continuing to hit and jump not doing well against a team that doesn't strike out a lot and hits lefties well. This hurts. I'm gonna go Braves. Literally down $200 on them this week doing these tokens. But this is how we get it back or lose $300 on the Braves. So mine's max 100. That's 2 units for me. I always max that out personally. The value you're getting in them just going up 2 runs is pretty significant. So depending on your max, I don't know if I'd go over 2 units, especially on this one. It feels like they're just trying to get people to use it. So go with what you feel comfortable between 1.5 and 2 units, I would say at a minimum. But Braves projected to win. We have a high over under total. Everything's pointing to a decent outcome here for the Braves. So good luck. You could go A's if you want a little more juice on this. I mean, you're going to get plus 126 for a potentially high scoring game again. Let's see the park factors there too, just to see why it's projecting. It's only plus 1% run, so are they just hitting well recently? Or they've won 4 straight. Witt has helped them return. They scored 9, 4, 9, 3, 0, 7. They're hitting a little better, but most of these games are still going under. So pretty confident in Braves there. Let me check my ticket boost to see what else we have. Oh, the score. We got to put something together for the score that's expiring here soon. So usually I'm trying to go plus EV as much as I can. I'm going to be on my phone here with Optimal. It finds some interesting stuff on the score just to see if there's anything we like. Gavin Williams over 8.5 strikeouts is plus 215. I'm not going to put that in the parlay, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. Gavin has just been lights out. Cleveland fan calls him out every single time he starts, basically, and I think he's covered in a million straight. Okay, maybe not last time out, but 11, 11, 11, 12, 10, 7, 5. He hasn't really faced the Giants much. We have a 9 projection. Oh, man. Ooh, look at Ballpark Pal. So his over 7.5 is plus money. Look at this. This is the EV at the score. I'm taking this. He's been too good. Again, this is more gut feel, history rather than underlying metrics. But with this being plus EV, I'm just going to go 0.3 units on 9 plus. And then I'm going to go a full unit here. Anytime Ballpark Pal projects over a strikeout more than what the line is, if it's plus money, I'm taking it for a full unit. Sometimes even more. I have a $10 max, 50%. This is 25%. So I'm going to add this one. I think it's 25 max. Oh, it's 10 max. All right. I'm not going to use a boost here. I want to use that for a parlay. So I'm going to go ahead and go full unit on him over 7.5. I don't care that the Giants don't strike out that much. It's Gavin Williams. I mean, they struck out 12 times yesterday, 8 in their last 3. And he hasn't faced them too much. And then we saw the 43%. So, you know what? Let's go for it. I got a 50% and a 25% here at 10 plus. I'm going to save that 50%, but I'm going to boost this up just a little bit. 5-1 odds. to hit 10 plus when Ballpark Pal is projecting him at a 40% chance. That's as good as it gets. It's unlikely to hit, but we're still going for it. All right, now we go back to building this parlay. So normally if I'm trying to put together a quick parlay, I'm usually looking at money lines and totals because the spread isn't going to be as drastic across books. So I'm going to start here. And the Guardians minus 1.5 also looks like a value on ESPN. Plus 120, no big zillion one better. So we're going to go there and trust Gavin a little bit more, but not go too much on his strikeouts in case he just pitches well, but doesn't whiff. This does have to be a SGPX. So the total going under looked very attractive here. It's only 7.5. Who's pitching for the Giants? We have Landon. I haven't looked at him too much recently. Pitching better than expected. Bad against Colorado at home. No real splits there. Hasn't faced the Guardians too much. Under's a possibility here. I'll just load it in here. The Yankees against Bradish. Let's see what his over looks like. I talked about potentially putting in that over into a parlay. Much better odds on FanDuel, but 50% will get us over that. Minus 139. Okay, I like adding Bradish in here, so I either need to put another play on this one. What's the parlay at? It's over 400, so we qualify for the boost. Just look at one more thing. Let's see if there's anything else we like in here. Oh, wow, that is a spread at 5.5. $7.2. That is pretty strong. He's been a little up and down. He's finishing at 5 a ton. 18. Oh, he strikes the Orioles out a lot. All right, I'm going to get rid of that under as long as ESPN is offering. Oh, they aren't. Oh, they are. Plus 240. Okay, let's get rid of this. See if we can make this the parlay. Oh, best odds of FanDuel or Fanatics. I don't get boost there, but this is going to be my 50% parlay, assuming it doesn't have to be 4. Does it have to be 4? Did we miss it? Oh, did I miss it? Let me check my picket real quick. It's not showing the score boost. Sometimes you have to refresh the score. It can be weird. It might have to be 4 legs. Why isn't it showing on here? 3+ leg. Man, did that expire on us? 3+ legs. Same game parlays, plus 400. What am I missing here? Oh, I'm not on parlay. Jesus, I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, that's the live one. Okay. All right, we're still using our 50% on this. Normally I go half a unit. I really like Cole and Guardians at the value. Bradish is still kind of, I don't like Bradish under 5.5, Mr. Williams. No. Everything points to the over. I don't want to bet it straight up, but I'm willing to put it in here. I'm gonna go with the 30%, and just go 25. A little more conservative here. I'm gonna find a different one later. Maybe not with a run line in it, but and I can put this in the chat real quick so people see this. Again, Fanatics has the best odds for this. So if you have Fanatics and you have a boost, I would put it there. Oh, I can't put this in the chat. Take a screenshot, build it in your picket. This is how I'll end today with a little parlay. Any last questions, let me know. I gotta get going ahead of work and get the kids up. But thank you all for joining. I will send out the plays in Smart Stake and the Bet Lab Discord. I know a bunch of you are from there, so go check me out there. Check us out. It's me and Tim. He's a soccer expert. We share the Discord. We have 350 in the free section. There's my Tails link if you're curious to check me out over there. We had a phenomenal day yesterday. We missed one bet, and we also hit 2-unit Yankees up 2. They won anyways. And then I also dropped the White Sox up 2. Thanks, Top Gun. So we had a really, really, really strong day. We've kind of been going up and down, but we're still up in the month, on the week. And June and July were historic months, up 30 plus units in both. We're getting great CLV every day. This is one of the worst CLV days I've had, and we went up 3 units. So check that out if you're interested at all. I'll send out an invite for the Discord server if you guys aren't in there yet. Like I said, it's free to join. I give away free plays there. We have a bunch of people in the community that give away free plays and do very well. So come join us. Check it out. You can leave if you don't like it. It's not going to spam you by any means. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here next Thursday at a minimum, every Thursday at this time. Have a good day.